talked to him for about for a few minutes this morning. Obviously, we're all here, so we just talked about the same things that I've been focused on in every meeting that I've had. Just talk about continuing to embrace the opportunity. We've got a great deal of depth that we're going to have to figure out, but just playing as well as you can for as long as you can. And so that's the same discussion that I usually have with him. I'm a lot more focused on the court than I am anything else. Yeah, I think Jared's strengths are obvious. He's a skilled guy. He's got a great touch. He understands defensively what we're trying to do. He's got great length and rebounding instincts. I think offensive rebounding is something that he can do at an elite level. So we'll see. I think obviously that's a really good position for us, both the 4 and the 5, and really it's just it's not really 4s and 5s. It's just a bunch of guys that can play that role. But he certainly has had a great start to his young career and has done a lot of good things. So I'm excited about him, and we're excited to get rolling tomorrow with all those guys. Yeah, so I'm always excited to get a season started. I mean, this is the hardest day from the standpoint that my mind is on other things. My mind's on the first minute of practice tomorrow, and it's a long way to go. We've got things we need to really improve in. We have a foundation set on both ends of the floor that's good, and we have guys that are really good guys, and so I'm excited to that. Anytime you've got a group that you can work with and you feel that way headed into the season, you're focused on basketball, and even though we've got we've got to figure out who's going to play at what times. I think we'll be able to focus on all the right things. Hi, Steve. Yeah, it's funny. I was asked that about a coach the other day. I don't know, somewhere in the top 30. I mean, who knows? Yeah, we've got to play well. I quoted Micah's old coach in college last year. You're good if you play good. So where we are on the food chain is yet to be determined. Nobody's started practice yet. Knock on wood. No, we haven't gone through any injury or anything like that, and nobody else has, and so we'll see how it all separates itself when it's all said and done. I feel good about where we are with regard to we've got a good, committed group of people, and they like being in Boston. They're excited about playing with each other, and I thought that showed itself towards the end of last year, and I think the guys that we added kind of add to that mentality. I have one goal at the last job, and that was to win the national championship. I have one goal at this job, and that's to win an NBA championship. How long those things take to get there, that's the only thing that I'll ever put down as a goal. It's the only thing I'll ever talk as a goal about to our players. Now, might only say it once, because the rest of the time I'm focused on just the day-to-day, the process, how we need to be to prepare well, how we need to be to perform well, and all the things, and in the small margin between being good and not being good. Hey, I said this the other day, we were as close to 4th as we were to 12th last year. And we'll continue to talk about that because that margin is a small one. Well, I think part of that was because he's, obviously he's playing in the summer league, and we had a lot of really good players on our summer league team, but certainly it's a different role than playing with some of the guys that you're going to be playing with during the winter. Just want him to take good shots, and a good shot for him is a shot in the paint. It's a rhythm shot off the catch, open three. you know, anybody would be able to define what those good shots look like and what those tough shots are.
So do you already have a role for Isaiah Thomas, starter? Is he coming off the bench, or does that still need to be decided?
So the thing that I've always said here is that I actually have it in two buckets. There are roles, which is what the expectations are of everybody on our team plus what you do well. And then there's playing time and things that figure themselves out in rotations and stuff. So I don't think a role is that. I think that is the latter. So I have not decided, nor will we, for a while. One thing about Isaiah, I know it's a narrative, and with that, you know, that is going to be asked of me. But that kid's about winning, and that's first and foremost with him. I know that. I've been around him long enough to know that, even though we've only been around each other for 3 months during a season, and now, you know, at least conversing throughout most of the off season. That kid's about winning first and foremost. About his playing time? About the rotation? Yeah, sure. But I'll do that with everybody. I'll do, you know, that won't be just Isaiah. That'll be everybody. And you know, hey, there's every good team. You know, you're going to have discussions like that. Every good team that's challenging to be better is going to have depth. You know, we're going to have good players on our team that aren't going to play.